Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 38 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Continuing to clean up my basement and get more into tech, automating things with applied energistics, and all that fun stuff is planned for today. So I'm starting to think about, how did you even get in here, Chief? Goodbye. Starting to think about, what I might want to do. What did you drop? Glow goop. Okay, cool. Alchemists can do things with that. Okay, neato. From mine colonies. Okay, interesting. Starting to think about how I want to lay out some of my channels and networking and all that stuff. I'm probably going to want to move my ME controller more to the center of this basement, so that he can kind of live somewhere and be maybe like more of a central fixture. I probably want to move this out of the way and some of this stuff because it's a little bit sloppy, but that's okay. Main thing I want to do is move this thing. So there's two things I think I'm going to do. Number one, I think I'm going to upgrade the inscribers into the advanced inscribers from AE2 things, because those are just better in every way, from what I remember. I'm thinking I might stick them in here, because I could probably very easily make that happen. Maybe like right along here with the nodes above them, and like a chest like to the side or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I haven't entirely planned it out in my head, but a little bit. And that might be a nice place to put these. So this automation, by the way, running beautifully. Just everything about it is great. I have zero complaints. I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased with myself because it turned out pretty good. We've got 700-ish Certus quartz in there. The charge Certus is doing its thing. If I take some out, it'll automatically create more. Everything's just running smoothly. So yeah, overall, that's just been idling great. My Botania area is idling great. Pretty much everything is doing a good job. I'm getting the blocks and the drops still happening over there, so that's running smoothly. One thing I will have to do at some point soon is handle storage, because you're sitting around 58 out of 64,000 items, mostly because I've been filling up so much with lapis and coal and all that good stuff. So we're going to have to export from our disk and insert into some kind of drawer system, or just make more disks. The only thing to note, obviously, is that the 64K deep storage, which I'm pretty sure is actually from AE2 things, does require 64K deep storage, a little bit of netherite. Not the end of the world. Two ingots is not a big deal. Now there is a 256K ME drive. That's even more ridiculous. That's just going to be 364s. All right. I mean, it's not bad. It might be a thing. Like, part of me doesn't want to do the wall of drawers thing, because I'm just like, it's been done so many times. So I might just like throw giant disks at the storage system and be like, that's good enough. The only problem with that is like you can't void stuff that way. So like if we got to a point where we had like, I don't need more than X number of resources, like if we were like really super automating something, we'd have like a stupid amount of them and they wouldn't be voiding. So voiding drawers is kind of a nice thing to have. Just like, it's been done. I feel like it's been done before. So let's start with from AE2. How am I for these guys? So I'm going to need a few more of them. So I'm going to need some diamonds and some redstone and some silicon, which, refresh my memory, it's smelted Certus quartz. Was there another way to get silicon? The only other way is the material stonework factory, as far as I know. Or quartz. Smelted quartz will work, but this is the only non-quartz or Certus quartz way of doing it. So we take Certus quartz dust and we smelt it, and that's what gets us silicon. That's fair. I need to get better smelting. 1000% I do. I might get into mechanism soon, just so I can have, a full suite of cool mechanism machines. Might be nice. Might not be a terrible idea. And then we can also use them to get, the dusts and all that stuff. And obviously, remember, you're going to have to power these things if you're going to use them, because that's an important part. All right, so let's see what we can come up with here. So I'm going to move all these guys. I think I've got everything I need to make this happen, at least. And then we're going to turn, you can see I made some hoppers for this purpose. So if I just do that, we should have 5 of these. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm going to stick them in here. Just probably... Do I want them straight on the ceiling? That could be cool. Because then what I could do is that. And let's see. I probably had inscriber, engineering, calculation, silicon. Is that what I did? Inscriber, engineering, calculation, silicon. And then you can just run right along the bottom. I'm probably going to do this one at a time. So on the up... Oh boy, I had all kinds of logic on this thing, didn't I? So I had insert on white, extract on orange. Oh, the blue was probably the chest, right? Yeah. Yeah, blue was chest. Purple was probably... Yeah, for the down. Right? Yeah, that was inserting on down, so this guy extracted on purple. That's how I had that set up. Right. Cool. I don't know if you need to be as sided with these things, so we'll see if we need to be. So on the up, we can just insert on what were we extracting on for the chest? White? Okay. So let's just insert on white here and see what happens. So on the up, insert on white. I might just redo all of this. Probably what I'm going to end up doing. That should be fine. And then we'll get this chest ready to stick in there as well. The chest can probably live right there. Is that cool? Yeah, why not? Okay, so on the ups, you'll insert on white. Actually, let's see. I'm betting one of these guys has like a filter of some kind. Yeah, gold. So on the up... What do we got here? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so on the up, actually that is going to go here. So you're going to insert gold. You're going to insert diamond. You're going to insert Certus, I assume. Yep. And then you're going to insert silicon. Correct. And then we'll have to figure out what the sidedness of these guys is. I feel like they're smarter about the sidedness. I might be wrong. But on the down, you'll extract on white. Okay. And then let's get our stuff here. There we go. That should be cool. Okay. And then on the up here, you can... So you guys are all going to extract on orange. You can probably insert on orange. That's on the up. Let's just do it on default, and we'll see what happens. Because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. Let's start with a gold. Let's start with a bit of redstone. Actually, I'm going to get a bunch of gold and diamond and Certus and all that good stuff. And then my silicon, right? So let's see what happens here. So if I insert silicon into here, he did. Beautiful. Okay, that's a start. And then if I insert gold, he should be doing that thing. Cool. Now, obviously, we're going to need some cabling running here, so I'll take care of that right now. I haven't entirely figured out how I'm going to run this, but what I'm thinking I should do, I'm gonna run this lazily and stupidly right now. But what I'm going to do, what I'd like to do, is I'm thinking I'm gonna have like because we have to handle channels, right? We wanna plan ahead for that. Let's see, do we have any more cables? If not, I can probably just make a few. We want to plan ahead for the channel situation, right? So let's get, let's remember how Certus quartz is made. Certus quartz dust, at least. Can that be, that's made in the inscriber or the crusher from mechanism? Do we have a crusher yet? Enrichment, metallurgics. Let's get a crusher real quick. Because mechanism is going to be in the near future for me. That's cool. And then just 2 buckets of lava. Which, remember, I still have this lava bucket over here. Or lava tank. Yeah, mechanism's definitely going to be in my future. How are you getting power if not through there? How indeed are you getting power, enrichment chamber? How are these guys getting powered? Did I remove them all? I may have... When I've rewired things, did I remove these and then never hook them back up? It's 100% possible. It's very much a thing Dyer would do, right? Yeah, so let's get you, and then we'll get some flux cabling. Flux point. And then we're going to need some kind of... I think this should work, right? Yeah, it should work. Cool. That'll do. Perfect. Not up there. There. Well, actually, no, I do need you. For the crusher. And lickety split, easy peasy, got some Certus quartz dust. Nice. Okay, cool. Now I can get more cables. And eventually we'll do like the whole channels thing and all that stuff, but we'll get there. What I want to do is get all of the automations from Applied Energistics working. So like the big one was this, right? I want to see if I can fit it inside this little tiny room. That would be funny if I can. Though I'm probably running out of space at this point for that to happen. But I think the last thing we need to do is the Certus quartz, but I might be able to pull that off with this guy. Maybe not him, but like similar, right? We could have something similar occurring here. Probably. Yeah, it should be doable to have something similar-ish happening there. All right, cool. So now talk to me about what you guys did. Did you do the thing? I'm exceedingly curious as to what happened to my gold. Did it go away? Did I get rid of the gold? So you go in there. You're doing that. You're gonna get Hello? You don't extract yet. Does it go into the thing? It might go into the thing. I think it goes into the thing. I think it goes when it's done crafting, it goes straight into the AE system. Ew. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So that's where my silicon and gold went. Look, see, we have 1 silicon in there. If I plop a silicon into that chest, we should have 2 silicon when it's done crafting. Boom. We, in fact, do. Okay. So that makes life a little bit easier, right? Because what it means is all we need to do, right, is theoretically we could do away... Actually, we could do away with the nodes in the chest, right? Because all we have to do is put interfaces on the back of those things. Because all they have to do is insert, and then they'll immediately dump into the system, right? So if we got, let's say, a few interfaces. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need more of that flux dust. Oh, look, we're out of flux crystal. All right. So that's the next thing we're going to have to automate here. But here's what I'm thinking. You ready? Right? We do that. And then we create a pattern that just says, you know, insert the thing. So let's get the terminals that we need for patterns. We're probably going to need more flux dust. Let's automate flux if we can. So there's 2 options for automating flux. 1 is on-demand crafting. 2 is keep a stack in stock at all times. I'm thinking I'll do on-demand crafting. That should be fun. So give me a minute to think about how I'm going to do that. So in theory, we shouldn't need any of this, right? I'm going to say, in theory, that is correct. And then we can get rid of this as well. And then what we could do is we could have water here, whose job will be to make flux dust. Is that cool? I think so. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we set up a advanced item collector here that whitelists flux crystals, right? Let me snag one of these. Notice how it immediately refilled itself. Okay, so now I've got, actually I have 4 charged in my inventory. All right, that's cool, whatever. Let's turn off my magnet for a minute. So if I do that, watch what happens when they poof. Something should have happened there. Did I get them? Yes. Oh, right, because I have to add the filter. Let's try that again. Right? 1, 2, 3. Watch what happens when they poof. 2 flux. They disappeared. Nice. 1, 2, 3. As soon as they turn into flux, they should immediately disappear and land inside the system. Okay. So that's how we're going to play that. All right. Then we just need another one of these factory droppers, which just needs a regular dropper and one of these fancy oak doohickeys. Now, when you place these, are they always facing down, or what's the deal? No, they definitely face the direction you were looking when you placed them. Okay. Easier to get out that way than others. Cool. All right, so then you're going to drop. And what I might do is move, because we'll need an interface here then. So let's move you, and we'll move you. Okay, so you'll be the interface for that. You'll be there. You'll whitelist flux, and then you can be a smaller collection range, right? So show your range. So we're going to want to go, what direction is that? Facing towards negative Z. So if we bump up the Z and bump up the Y, that should be cool. All right, and then that's your collection radius. Excellent. Perfect. And same deal. You need to be cabled up. But just confirming. Charge, doot. If I put you in there, will you just fall? No, you probably need some configurations to just fall. But now you should. Perfect. I like it. I like it. Okay. So now let's set these filters up properly. Okay. So you can stop rendering your stuff. You can be covered a little bit more. And then your filter is going to be you, and you. And what we're going to want is filter combination gate logic and drop the stacks as specified in the filters when all filters are green. Or drop the stack. All right, so we want and, right? And then external signal combination, we want ignore, because we don't care about an external signal. As soon as you have this, this, and this in here, drop. That's what we're going for, right? And then pulse versus continuous, I don't think it matters because of the mode we're in. Drop stack size 1 and delay 1 second to 10 seconds. So let's try this out. You ready? So what I'm going to say here is, boom. What did you do? You, and that's green, and then you. And now they all dropped. Cool. And then they're going to combine, and then they're good. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Now let's get our pattern terminals all stuck, right? So we're going to want a pattern terminal for sure. Pattern encoding terminal. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be a good start. It needs to be a crafting terminal? Man, you're going to make me do all this crafting, aren't you? Killing me, Smalls. All right, so we're going to need some flux dust. And that should be cool. All right, so pattern encoding terminal. I'm assuming this is the right one, right? Yeah, that looks right. And then we can get some patterns. Oh, that's right. I need to do it down here. More Certus dust, please. I'm looking forward to having all this automated. It's going to be much better. There we go. Cool. I'll just get 4 to start, and then we can say flux dust works like this, or flux this stuff, right? It's just going to be you. Cool. Nice. Crafting patterns, processing patterns, smithing table patterns, stone cutting patterns. That's cool. I didn't realize that stuff was in there. So now if we came over to here and did this, what did you just do? That's interesting. Oh, you know what? It's not the interface anymore. Right. It's not the interface anymore. It's not the interface anymore that does this. It is the new block, the new crafter from AE2. There's a new one. That's right. I forgot AE2 changed how this works. There's a new block that does pattern crafting rather than the interface. I will find it, I promise. It's in here somewhere. I forget what it's called. But it's called something. It's not the molecular assembler, is it? No, that's just for not, yeah. Hang on. The pattern provider. This is it, right? Yeah. ME pattern provider. This guy is what goes on to your dude. Now, I think he may be able to accept return inventory. Right. So blocking mode, ignore the contents. Yeah, I don't care. Lock crafting never until redstone pulse is restored, with redstone signal, without redstone signal, until primary crafting result is returned. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's nifty. All right, so now I put that in there. And because you're cool, you should let this work. So now if I came in here to Flux, and I said, hey, craft like 10 Flux crystals, no crafting CPUs are available. Right, we have to make one of those. Let's get the 4K version of it. I think that should be cool to do. So we're going to want some logic processors here. So let's get, are you powered up still in there? I think you are. Now the nice thing about this is I'm pretty sure items can stack in there. Nice. Gold and, do we have any more silicon in here? No, that's all right. We will get you. And then we'll get you. And they should all do their thing. And now we can get speed upgrades in those, but we'll take care of that in a minute. All right, so again, as just a temporary measure, I'm going to stick this dude here. I have no idea how many channels I got going on at this point, but we're going to do the proper channels thing once I get this bit of the automation working correctly. I think is what we're really going for. Because yeah, that's going to be important for sure. All right, so now that we've got that going, I should now be able to say, hey, give me some flux, please. Let's do 20. Okay, yeah, we don't have that many charged. That's all right. I can get a stack of charged for now. And now we will have charged. And that should just work, right? Look at it go. That is cool. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. That is very nice. And then you're just doing your charging thing automatically. You're taking care of that. And at some point, I'll get like a drawer controller or something on this, stick a storage bus on it, and call it a day so that we have access to both these crystals and AE. But we clearly have a lot of work to get AE2 up and running to a reasonable point before we actually can do anything with it. But for now, that looks pretty good. Okay, cool. So now we're going to need some more pattern providers, right? So that's where we're going to need, say, 2 more sets of you, maybe 2 more sets of you. And that's cool. Yeah, I need a little bit of work spacing in here. So running right along the back here. That's cool. So you're going to get all the pattern providers. Perfect. And now we can make patterns for all of our stuff, right? And this should be really easy. All I need to do, let's get more patterns if I can. Can I add you to the crafting list? Well, I can, but the problem is that you're gonna be a pain about it. Out of glass again? Killing me. We'll get more blank patterns. And soon this will all be automated and life will be better. I promise. But that's why we put in the time now. Because we know we want to automate it. So let's get you. So I'm just going to put you in here, but I'm going to remove that. So it's literally just put the Certus Quartz Crystal in, get the printed out. Okay? And then the same for diamond. And then the same for you. And then we need similar patterns for the other sets. So you, and you. That should be cool. And then down here, remember it was gold first, then diamond, then Certus, and then your silicon, which I didn't do. I skipped silicon. I should go do that. And then I think I've still got a cover, by the way. I do. Beautiful. And then you get the silicon. Now, we may have a channel problem here. We're going to have to figure that out, right? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, you're literally all on the same thing. Dire, please. This was back when I was trying to be a little smarter about stuff. So if I break you... Yeah, no, you don't have any power. I'm working on it. Chief. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get... That's literally the next task, is to get this guy and handle channels better, right? So you're using a few... There's a few going up. And then how many channels do you have back here? If it's just 1, I think we're cool. No, it's 2. That means we have a total of 9. Rip. So let's do this. You ready? I'm going to put you here. This is going to be really messy. But it's temporary. And that should be cool. And now we should be happy. So, if I wanted, let's say 4 of these, right? We're missing Certus Quartz Crystal and Silicon, but I can make you have some. Okay. And now what should be happening is you're crafting that, you're crafting that. So you put them all in there. And then as soon as it has both, it's going to put them in here and do the craft. And again, It goes right into the system as soon as it's done crafting, which is cool. Which is super cool. All right. So that's fully automated now. So this is automated, and this is automated, which is excellent. Now let's handle our controllers, because that's going to be a thing. So what I'm thinking I might want to do, how should we handle this? I'm thinking like in the middle of the room. Could I just have like a column going down? That's an option. And then we could branch off it wherever we wanted to. That would be kind of cool, right? Because I want to eventually have a sub-basement. And in my sub-basement, I'm going to have all my crafters. Hey, auto-crafting complete. Hooray. I like how it sticks what it auto-crafted at the top there. That's another really nice and cool feature that I love. That is super neat, in my opinion. I like that a lot. So I'm thinking eventually I want to have a sub-basement of auto-crafters, right? And that's going to have the sub-basement is where I'm going to have all my automations. So I'm going to have my 4K crafting storages down there and the higher tiers of those storages as well, obviously. I'm going to have the flower structure that I use all the time with AE2 for the auto crafting with the 32 interfaces and all that stuff. Though they're crafting cores now, but you know what I mean. And then I'm going to have like any machines that are automated will go down there as well. So basically the sub basement will be where like I put all the machines that I don't need to interact with on a regular basis, which I know is something that like is not uncommon for me, but still it's the way I want to do it because my YouTube series, mine. So if I had the controller just running down, right, all the way down, we would have plenty, and I mean plenty, of channel slots available, right? So I think that should be the approach we take. Yeah, I think that would be cool looking, right? Just like a straight down controller that goes all the way down. So let's start with making the sub basement, right? What I'm going to do is get my destruction gadget here. How deep do we want to go down? So this basement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that would be, if I'm looking at this wall, it would be down 1 and then up 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1 and up 4, right? And then that would be what we're talking about. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the one that we look at. And that should be cool. Okay. Now, to the left, we basically want to go 0, and to the right, we want to go max, and the depth, we want to go max, and that should be cool. I totally broke some stuff. What did I break? Oh, that's right, I have some redstone-y stuff in here. I forgot about you. And a little bit of you, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Is that about all the mess that I made? I must have had some stuff down here, too. It's all right. We'll be all right. I can work with this. So you were doing, yeah, you had some redstone-y stuff going on. What did you do again? You did the piston control. How did I set that up? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I don't even remember. I'll have to like go look at how I had that set up. You know, worst case, I could just undo it, but it's fine. And then you're going to do something very similar, but you're just going to have a depth of 1. And that should be cool. And then I could use an elevator, please. And that's cool. Beautiful. Okay, let me fix this and I'll be right back. You know, it occurs to me, I think I voided my sticky pistons. That's what I had. I had a bunch of sticky pistons, like, here, and they got voided when I did that. Not the end of the world. Might want to wind up moving this whole setup anyway, because I'm not sure if I love it being here forever. I definitely need to move this, because this is just a giant bundle of mess, right? This is just the biggest mess there is. But we'll figure it out. But I think it's time to wrap up the episode. So let's do that. Let's wrap up here. I'm going to come back next episode. I will make a few controllers. And then my thought is that we literally just have a single column of AE2 controllers running through both levels of my basement. And then if I need to branch a wire off, I can do so relatively easily. Does that sound cool? I hope so, because that's pretty much what I'm doing. I don't know that I've ever done it that way before, but we're going to try it together as a team. All right, for now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and get my AE2 system a little bit better. All right, for now, take it easy.